This is the second video in our Kitchen Week series. In the first episode, you'll learn how to model a complete kitchen using the Purist Casework families. In this one, you'll get the full steps to annotate it and create a sheet with all required views. This is an example of a full sample sheet included in the Casework Collection. The first step is to create the sheet. Then, create a callout view around the kitchen. Make sure to give a proper name to the callout and place the view on the new sheet. Then start to create elevations. In this case, we need 2 of them. Adjust the extent of the views. Give a proper name to the elevations. Place the elevations on the sheet. Adjust the scale and position on sheet. Let's also add a 3D view to the sheet. Select the kitchen families and isolate the elements. Apply the height settings to the view. You could also use a selection box. Rename the 3D view and place it on the sheet. Adjust the scale and view position. Something you notice on the elevation is that there is a panel gap value. This is a small distance between the panels to be more realistic in renderings and 3D views. However, this is a bit annoying in elevations, so we'll get rid of it. Select all the cabinet families and set the panel gap value to 0. This looks much more clean in elevations. Now, you're ready to add dimensions. This is straightforward. Just use the Align Dimension tool with shortcut DI and click on all the division lines. Now let's add section views. Adjust the crop of the section and place it on the sheet. You can also annotate it with dimensions. If you are a perfectionist, you might be annoyed by the division lines in the cabinet kick and the filler on the top cabinets. The Purist Casework Collection includes a fix for it. Copy this family called High Filler. Select all the top cabinets and uncheck the visibility for all the fillers. Now use the Align tool to adjust the dimensions of this family. You can use Align on the reference line to stretch the family. Align by clicking on the family geometric face to move it. In this case, we only need the bottom filler, so you can uncheck the top filler visibility option. Then, change the material to use the same one as the cabinets. You can repeat the same steps for the top cabinets on the other wall. Now, let's remove the join line for the kicks. Select all base cabinets and uncheck the kick box visibility value. Copy and paste a kick box family. Use the Align tool on the family to move it. Align on the reference line of the family to stretch it. Create a second instance of the corner element. Then, adjust the materials. Alright, the model is fixed, and you won't see these annoying lines anymore. Now, let's add notes and legends. You can see a fully annotated kitchen sample with both notes and a material legend. You can use keynotes, but in this case, we'll use the symbols technique covered in a previous video tutorial. Go to the Annotate tab and select the Symbol tool. Place the note and set the view type to Purist, or you could type Casework. Type the note number and description. Copy and paste the symbol as many times as you need to annotate all the views. Now let's create a schedule for this note. In the Schedule drop-down menu, select Note Block. Select the correct family. Add the view type, note number, and note text fields. In Filter, ensure that you only keep the notes for the specific kitchen, or perhaps for all casework in the project. Then group by note number first, then by note text. Uncheck Minimize every instance. You can hide the view type field. We only need it for filtering. Adjust the graphics of the schedule and add as many notes as you need. Now let's add the material legend. Go to the Annotate tab and select the material tag. Click on the cabinets to add the type mark value of the materials. This needs to be already set up in the materials menu. For example, the countertop material doesn't have a mark. Let's adjust the material. You could either fill out the info for this one or switch to another material. You can see the quartz material already has values for the mark, manufacturer, and description parameters. In addition to elevation, you can also add these material tags in the 3D view. Now let's create a material legend. Let's start by selecting all casework families for the Purist kitchen. Add Purist in the comments. Next, create a new material takeoff schedule. Select the casework category. Add the comments field. Filter the schedule to only keep families with a Purist comment. Then you can add material mark, material name, material manufacturer, material area, and other values you wish to have. In sorting and grouping, set material mark. Uncheck Minimize every instance. Adjust the appearance and activate the totals for the area and volume. Just a word of caution, make sure to verify the quantities. Revit has sometimes strange ways of calculating areas and volumes. Still, it can be helpful to have an idea of all material used in the kitchen. And that's it, you have a fully annotated sheet for the Purist kitchen. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to download our brand new Casework Collection for Revit. It includes everything you need to model and document powerful kitchens and bathrooms. It also includes 6 sample kitchens for inspiration, with one of them fully annotated. Get the collection now at bimpr.com/casework.